Remember that feeling? Standing in front of your class, holding your favorite toy? Well, today we're going to dig into how that exact idea, show and tell, is being completely transformed. It's becoming this amazing tool for adults to build real connections and, honestly, just celebrate the cool, quirky things that make us who we are.
Okay, let's start right there. Just think back to elementary school for a sec. Remember that mix of excitement and, yeah, maybe a little bit of nerves when it was your turn to bring something in? Could have been a toy, a weird rock you found, whatever. That was show and tell.
So we're taking that simple format, that thing we all remember, and we're giving it a whole new job. This isn't just about showing off neat stuff anymore. It's really a playbook for using our personal passions as a way to build actual, genuine connections with people in our communities.
So, why even bring this back for grown-ups? Well, the why here goes so much deeper than just a fun trip down memory lane. It's really about tackling a super modern problem. How do we find authentic connection in a world that can feel, pretty disconnected sometimes?
At its core, what we're talking about is a structured live event. The whole point is to create this unique space where we can finally talk about those niche interests. The things we totally geek out about in private, and share them with an audience that's actually curious and wants to listen.
And the philosophy driving this whole thing is incredibly powerful. The entire event is built on this idea of co-design, which is perfectly captured by this quote, "Design with, not for." What that means is that organizers team up directly with the community, and that includes participants with intellectual and developmental disabilities, treating them as the experts to build an event that genuinely works for everyone.
Okay, so what's the secret sauce here? How does this actually work in practice? Well, the magic is really in its super simple, elegant structure. It's designed to be accessible to absolutely everybody. The format is just beautifully simple. Every single presenter gets just 5 minutes. That's it, 5 minutes to get up there, share what they're passionate about, and try to convince everybody in the room why it's the coolest thing ever.
And the event has this really simple two-step flow. First up, you've got the 5-minute presentation, and that is immediately followed by a 5-minute Q&A. This is genius because it makes sure that every share becomes a real conversation, inviting the audience to jump in and learn more.
The best part of this format is just the incredible variety it brings out. Seriously, you might see someone share their collection of bracelets and beads, and the next person does a deep dive into video game history, or even explains why the band The Carpenters means so much to them. No passion is too small or too weird.
All right, so maybe you're sitting there thinking, hey, I could do this. Feeling a little inspired to share? Perfect. Let's get practical with a little playbook for anyone who wants to step into that 5-minute spotlight.
You don't need some big, complicated script. All you have to do is build your story around these 4 simple questions. What is it? Where'd you get it? When'd you get it? And the most important one, why is it special to you? That's it. That's all you need for a great story.
And you know what else? This is such a great, low-stakes way to practice public speaking. The guidelines are super simple. Just speak clearly so people can hear you, try to make eye contact to connect with folks, and stand with confidence. It's all about feeling good while you share.
Okay, but it's not all on the presenter, right? A great speaker needs a great audience. The people listening play a huge, crucial role. So here's how they can help make every single presentation a total success.
So, your job as an audience member is basically to create this warm, supportive vibe. That means active listening, eyes on the speaker, no interruptions. It means jumping in thoughtfully by raising your hand for questions. And it means showing your appreciation with applause. Every little bit makes the presenter feel seen and valued. All right, for all of you out there who are thinking, you know what, I want to do this in my town, this section's for you. Let's talk about the key ingredients that make a show and tell event really, truly special. The proof is in the pudding, right? The power of this whole idea is the incredible diversity of passions it brings to light. Real events have had everything from doll collections and colorful beads to favorite video games and classic cars. It's all about making a space to celebrate what makes each person unique. Okay, here is a golden rule for any presenter. Ready? Lead with the thing itself. Get the object or the idea out there so everyone can see it. Then you dive into your story. Tell us why it matters, what makes it cool. You hook them with the visual, then you win them over with your passion. Now, you know how some people might talk a little too much, and others maybe not enough? To help everyone find that perfect balance, use the 3 things rule. Just coach your presenters to focus on sharing 3 key points. It's a super simple but effective way to keep things focused and punchy.
Here's a huge logistical tip for you organizers. To keep the energy high and make sure the audience stays engaged, you really want to limit each event to a maximum of 5 presenters. This keeps the whole thing moving at a nice clip and prevents it from dragging on.
And last but not least, a quick little checklist for organizers. Make sure you go over the rules right at the start. Definitely use a timer. Have your presenters prepare ahead of time. And most importantly, get excited. Your energy is contagious. This is a celebration after all.
So, if you take one thing away from this, it's that show and tell for adults is way more than just a fun event. It's this powerful, simple, and really inclusive tool for building a community, for celebrating what makes us different, and for seeing the people around us in a completely new light. Which really just leaves one final thought. If you had 5 minutes in that spotlight, what passion would you share?